Watch out, college football. Georgia has the best tight end room in the nation. It's not even close, and it's actually pretty ridiculous as to what that position group looks like. For the Bulldogs, Ryan Curley from Dog Post here, talking about that guy and his teammates. Make sure you're checking out DAWGSTRUCTION down below. Brock Bowers, Eric Gilbert, Oscar Delp, Rylan Goody, Darnell Washington, Brett Seether. Wow. I mean, when you look at that room, it's ridiculous. I already said ridiculous, but that's what it is. It's unbelievable, the talent that they have there. 5-star athlete in Darnell Washington, 5-star. These are top 10 prospects in the same class. 5-star tight end wide receiver in Eric Gilbert. 4-star big-time recruit in tight end Brock Bowers. Same deal with Oscar Delp. And two of them have been out this spring, Brock Bowers and Darnell Washington. That has given time. I've talked about this a lot, how this might end up being kind of a good thing in a weird way, as long as they end up healthy. Oscar Delp and Eric Gilbert, and it is Eric. Don't test me on that. We confirm that. That is what I think it is. Eric and Oscar have gotten a lot of time this spring. Obviously, spring practice is over now. It's concluded with G-Day just a few days ago, but they got that time, and they got a lot of playing time on Saturday in the scrimmage. They obviously got that playing time in the other scrimmages that we didn't get to see. You see how good they are in practice. I got to see a glimpse of that this spring. I got to see a little bit of a glimpse of that. Oscar Delp's very fluid, and Eric Gilbert is just insanely athletic. They're both super athletic. Oscar was really smooth in the way that he kind of runs his routes and everything, and Eric Gilbert is just, he's 6'5", around 265 right now, can catch, can run. That's hard to stop. And as he loses a little bit more weight, he's going to get smoother. So they're really good. And I told you guys last week, who were the first two names that I said last week? Oscar Delp and Eric Gilbert as potential breakouts in G-Day. That's what happened. I thought it was pretty obvious. Eric Gilbert comes in, he has the 2 touchdowns from Stetson, one's diving, makes a statement. Oscar Delp is, I believe, the leading receiver of the red team. I got the stats, they hand us in the press box right here. 91 yards on 7 catches, 9 targets for Oscar Delp in that game. You were coupling those guys with Darnell Washington, who is just a bona fide run blocker, pass blocker on the edge that can catch passes. He is LeBron in a football uniform. And then Brock Bowers, who's one of the premier weapons in college football, over 800 yards, I think 13 touchdowns last season, unstoppable weapon. He picked up towards the end of the season. So you're adding that. We're going to see sets where at least 2 of them are on the field, maybe 3. It would not surprise me if you get sets where Brock Bowers and Eric are out there on the field in the slot, one's on the edge, and then Darnell Washington is out there tight, against one of the tackles. That's going to happen. Oscar Delp's going to get in there a little bit. Maybe it's more in garbage time just because I think he's kind of a little bit further down the totem pole as far as that group of guys goes. But how do you guard all of them? Especially when that's what dynamic. This offense is dynamic. How do you guard that when you can throw other guys in the mix around them? When you throw in an A.D. Mitchell, when you throw in a Lab McConkey, when you throw in a Kenny McIntosh, when you throw in a Karius Jackson and Arian Smith. So you've got that, and then you have to worry about these guys. Georgia's offense is going to be a problem. The tight end room is going to be a problem. I think their offense is going to be better than they were last year, and this is a big reason why. This is going to be a big reason why. These guys are those guys. They are that dude. All of them are. And it's just a matter of which mouths are going to get fed the most. Stetson Bennett says he throws to the open guys. What he said after G-Day. That's a good way to play quarterback. Which one's going to be open? I think Brock Bowers is going to be open, but if he gets doubled, Eric Gilbert's out there. If he gets doubled, other guys are out there. The offense is dynamic. They can attack you in a lot of different ways. Stetson Bennett is the leader of this offense. That is what it is as of now. I know Carson Beck played really well and can do different things than Stetson, but Stetson is in command for now. I say for now because I don't think anything's ever set in stone, and I think that's just the case. The case as we move forward. I think he has the job heading into the fall, and we'll see if he keeps it. We'll see if he plays well. I think he has a better situation on that side of the ball. I think offensively, Stetson has more to work with this year. Ironically, you lose George Pickens, you lose James Cook, you lose Zamir White, you lose Jermaine Burton. So maybe some people think that I'm dumb when I sit here and say that I think this offense is going to be better. I think they're going to be more dynamic, and I think that they're keeping a lot of guys, and I think the additions might be greater than the subtractions. I think that Kendall Milton and Kenny, I'm going to talk about this again this week, the running backs, but I think they can be better. I think they can have a better season. I think the tight end room is absolutely nuts. I think the receivers are really good, and I think A.D. Mitchell is a star. I think A.D. Mitchell is an NFL guy. I think there's a lot of NFL talent on offense. The defense is not going to be as good. They're not going to be as historic as they were before, but they're not going to be a bad defense. Have we seen a bad Kirby Smart defense? No. But the tight ends is going to be a big part of the offensive nucleus. And the fact that I listed 6 guys, when I name Rylan Goody and Brett, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Seither, those are guys that get a lot of playing time in a lot of other schools. But you're sitting behind Bowers, Washington, Gilbert, Delp. Those are stars. Those are superstar talents. That's what it is, and that's Georgia. That's being at a really big school. They are going to be really good. They're going to be a huge part of the reason why Stetson Bennett and company are going to put up what I think is going to be around 40 a game. It's college football now. You got to score, and these guys can do it, especially with those 4 on the field. You can get 2 or 3 of them out there on the same time. It's going to be really difficult to stop for college defenses. Dogpost.com, DAWGSTRUCTION. Make sure you're checking everything out. We'll see you at the site.